here we are, Martinsville. Man, we got 145 laps here. Edwin, this is going to be fun, isn't it?
Oh yeah, short track racing is always an absolute blast. It's hard, but it is still a really fun thing to do. So look for these guys to be looking to make sure their braking points are perfect, making sure they're executing what they need to do and getting around this track as safe as possible.
Sure thing. And man, as you see, this is brought to us again for the second week in a row. Who's sponsoring our weekend, Darts Without Racing. We got to thank Todd Perrant for this one here. Last time it was Brandon, correct? And
Yeah.
yep. So thank you for you guys' support, and thank you so much, man. We got another sponsor. Next week, we actually have the week off for the 4th of July. We'll be doing a full-length race, though, and we'll be broadcasting that. We have a few other surprises through the day. We might be broadcasting parts of a road course. What is that, 3-hour stint? You hear about that, Edwin? You gonna try that?
Yeah, the spa or is it spa or Rocket Slant? I can't remember correctly,
it's
but yeah,
Slant, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun to watch those guys who like GT racing and fast and that. I raced with them on Thursday, and man, those guys are bad fast.
Yep. Well, here we are for our race. We're getting ready to grid up here. Let's take a look at our starting lineup. Edwin, go ahead.
All right, we're going to start out with Tom Ringer locking up the pole with his teammate Chuck Burley. Rat French locks out front row. And we've got Brandon Hinton starting P3, and that is our TRN driver, Christian Clark. He's with Beer Run Racing. He's up there in P4. Then we got Mark Holloway, another Rat Fink guy, followed by Matthew Tennant, Beer Run Racer. And we got Tyler Waltz, Rat Fink guy as well. Thomas Long, free agent, starting in P8. We got Chris Wagner, who I believe is a Bayou boy. Brian Godfrey, Beer Run Racing. You can tell that by his broadcast plate. And we got Charles Connor, TRN driver, as well as Todd Perrant, who is the man responsible for our Darts Without Feathers sponsorship today, starting P12. Followed up by Jerry Bergeron, free agent man. That man's bad, fast, and everything he does, and I'm glad to see him out there. Am I seeing 2 green cars out there? I see the 68 of Todd Perrant, and it's someone else following up right behind Jerry Bergeron. And another green machine getting ready to get rock and rolling.
Ringer? Yeah, maybe I should bring up the thing on the side, Edwin, so that we can tell who's up here. Think that'd be a good idea?
Yes, sir. That'd be super helpful because it actually looks like it's Tom. Zachary Reichel. And Jeff Dinda, Dad Dinda, is lining up in that green machine.
That's right. This is our first race with Dad Dinda alone. He has his own count. We're going to see Max and Dad. Wait, where is Max?
I think Max is missing this race, but tomorrow in the Truck Series race, we should see both of them there. And that's going to be really interesting because I think it's really awesome. They did a play on their numbers. You got Max in the 48 and Dad Dinda, Jeff Dinda, in the 84. I'm excited to see what he can do.
Well, Edwin, tonight I think we got the better half.
Yeah, we got the more cautious guy here. The Dart Without Feathers fits Max, not so much Jeff. Jeff is a very courteous guy, you know. He's going to move out of your way. He's going to give you space. He's going to do everything right. And we love
who gets the Dart Without Feathers award tonight, you think? What's your prediction?
No,
we can't do that.
I was really about to say one. As we're about to go green here, they come around to the restart zone. Start is on the green flag. Tom Ringer, massive jump, and it looks like Brandon Hinton's going to follow in tow and take that P2 position. Man, they are getting through it smooth sailing. We go into turn 3 and 4. Everything's nice and good. A guy I want to keep my eye on is at 67. He's a short track master, so I think he might work his way towards the front here. look at how some of them are running a little higher. You know, they're kind of making sure that everything gets single filed and they're not going to cause an issue. So they're running that higher line to stay out of the way, get single file. They understand it's 175 laps here. They want to make sure everything's all good.
We do. Nice single file. Tom Ringer in that lead. Brandon Hinton right behind him. Mark Holloway.
Mark Holloway is really good on tracks like this. You know, we see a lot of Mark Holloway running towards the bottom side of the top 10, kind of mid-pack, maybe even kind of cresting into the top 5. But tracks like this is a track where you can see him go all the way to the front. You know, people have specialties out here. And I think short tracks are one of Mark Holloway's strong suits.
Yep, Brandon Hinton right there in second. The along with Todd, he sponsored last weekend, Todd this weekend, and they are helping out the league and they're having fun doing it. And like I said, next week we have a special sponsor as well. Not next week because next week's the holiday, which everybody have a great 4th, but we'll be broadcasting. I'll tell you that again. But the week after that we have a special sponsor.
Oh yeah, and it's going to be a sponsor that is a big supporter of DES, who really helps out and does a lot of things with DES and does some great work. So I'm excited for that sponsor coming out. With the Darts Without Feathers, I think that sponsor has kind of really helped DES as well, because you don't want to be known as the guy who's a dart without feathers. And I've been called that before. And I think recently I had my chance to call somebody else that. I'm not going to say who, but I called him it. And once you get to that point where you can say that about somebody, I think you've reached your climax of going, hey, let me clean up my own act. Because I can't say that and race like crap.
Well, let's hope nobody gets that award tonight. How's that?
I don't think they will, because look at them right now. They're currently spread out.
You're right, man.
Yeah, they're spreading out, and they're making sure they're logging laps. I mean, you even see them look back here, Chris Wagner, Thomas Long now. They're running casually. They're being careful, and they're actually running better than the real-life Xfinity Series did at this same track. They're doing amazing right now. Logging those laps, not having any issue, paying attention to everything they got going on. So we see Zachary Reichel there. He's under threat right now. He's got Chuck Burley right there on him, his own teammate, looking to figure something out. But Jerry Bergeron also going to be looking to the inside of Thomas Long as well. Yeah, we got somebody on pit road. You see somebody on pit road. Who's on pit road? Somebody is already calling
pit
it
stop.
that they need to go down.
Jeff Dinda did pull in the pit road. Maybe, This is a hard track to run. And
Yeah, it's very tough, but, speaking of Dad Dinda here, he's in the learning phase right now. He's trying to figure out how to run cars, how to do things around the tracks. And, sometimes that means finishing in the back, giving up positions, as looks like Tom Ringer is actually going to lap his teammate Zachary Reichel there. But he's learning. And that's okay. I think when he goes to a nice mile and a half, he'll have a good time.
And I give something to him, man. He just got his equipment, and he's out here on this track. What's the worst track you could ever start on for an oval? It's probably this one, right?
Oh, yeah. We got a car spinning in the wall. Looks like Zachary Reichel got on the throttle a little too soon, snapped it into the wall.
Let's see if we can let's get back to the leader and see if we can find that replay. You sure that wasn't Christian?
That looks like Zachary Reichel. Christian Clark is still running in the P7. Oh no, that's Christian Clark. You're right. And he just stomped on the throttle a little too hard. Didn't hurt him, but he's still continuing on. So he's still holding true in the P7 position.
And look at those. Look at the top 4. Top 4. We have Chuck Burley back here in 5th with Chris Wagner right on his butt.
Yeah, they're being super cautious, way more cautious than I would have anticipated for an aggressive track like this. But they're being careful. And it looks like Sean Dion is going to move into that first car lap down position right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm surprised. This is super casual racing right now. Normally, when you come to a track like Martinsville, you expect things to get a little wild, but these guys are being careful. Look at them. I mean, look at Tom Ringer being casual on the car. If you take a look right at their front ends, all of them, if they're stomping on the brakes, you'll see it slam down. But notice these guys are not doing that. Most of them are not. They go into the corner and it kind of gradually goes down. Like, I mean, perfect shot right there from Mark Holloway. Just gradually going down because they're taking care of their equipment right now. Yeah, look at him go around the track here right now. Watch his RPMs shifting down to third gear. He's going to coast through, pick up the throttle. No slip in that wheel at all. Goes to fourth gear, drops back down. Third gear right there, coasting through as we have a caution. We actually have a caution. See a car around. Looks like it's Thomas Long. He was actually putting pressure on Charles Connor. Yeah. Yeah, too hot, hit the wall, picked up the throttle, and it snapped the car around. Yeah, normally you would see a swap, you know. Most people, whatever the leader does, they don't want to do the same thing if they can. But 9 times out of 10, everybody's going to go with the leader. And as you see, the leader went down, and then another car stayed out, and then we had a sporadic moment there. Some guys went in, some guys didn't. And so the first two who stayed out, it's looking like Hinton, Burley, and in third place, Jerry Bergeron, who is a guy you do not want to have to pass. He is very good at running his line and turning that track 4 lanes wide. He's a strong competitor, and he is about to show it here starting P3.
This has been a great race, Edwin. Great, man. I had a nice green flag run.
Yeah, a nice, strong run right now, and these guys are really about to show how strong it can get. As somebody's who was that? Christian Clark. He was like behind the wall for a second.
Oh, was he? So we have 3 people who are a lap down: Thomas Long, Christian Clark, and Zach Reichel. But the rest of those are all in the lead lap. We should see a nice little restart here. Let's go take a look at commercial real quick, and we'll be right back.
Sounds good. We'll see you back.
And here we are. We are going live here. Pace car is in. We're about to come to the start-finish line.
And it's going to be on Brandon Hinton. He's going to get a nice jump, and he's going to jump out there on those guys right now. But Chuck Burley's going to try and hold on to the P2 position running that outside line. I don't know if it's going to work out for him. He's going to lose that position, and this is a problem with a short track like this. If you get moved out of lane, big wreck in the back. Sounds like it was the 99, 67, and Charles Connor was involved.
Let's go back here and see what happened.
Sounds like it was both CCs.
Oh, it's actually
Oh,
happened.
something happened in front. That was around Charles Connor area. Charles Connor in the 67.
'59. Woo.
Yeah, it looks like the 69 just kind of
Was that the
moved him out of the
69?
way.
I thought that
Yeah,
was a
it's the
59.
69 Todd Perrant. He kind of just moved him out of the way right there. I mean, he had the line and he just kind of moved him out of the way, hopped that curb, and then they put a roadblock.
I mean, you know, the thing is, yeah, he didn't have much. Yeah, he was. Oops.
I'll tell you this, it wasn't like he intended to.
Yeah,
He did
yeah.
not intend to do
The
that.
problem was, you know, he didn't really. The other guy didn't really give him much room, but really he didn't need to give him much room because that's the line he was running, you know, and he didn't move from. He ran a perfect line, and you know, yeah, it's hard to.
Oh yeah, and that's the problem with short track racing is when someone's faster on entry, you get situations like that. Now, what probably would have happened there is he would have beat him on entry, and then the 67 would have beat him on exit, because the 67 might be better on exit. But things like that is just, it's always going to create a problem.
Now, on that restart, did you notice how much Brandon Hinton took off? Like everybody else was fighting back there. Brandon Hinton was man, he had a lead.
Oh yeah, and I think he planned for that. I think that's why he stayed out is because he knew if he got fresh air, he could stabilize his run and run the way he needed to. And that's exactly what he did.
All right, we're gonna go finish that commercial. We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Red Bull.
All right, here we are, about to go live here. They are across the start-finish line. Let's see what happens. Remember last time, Brandon Hinton.
Nice jump.
Yeah, again, that's what I was just about to say. Remember last time, Brandon Hinton with that lead, and it looks like the same thing has happened.
Oh, look at that stack up right there. The one car just didn't have enough momentum, and it allowed Chuck Burley and Tom Ringer through on the inside, but then Chuck Burley misses the corner, and it allows his teammate Tom Ringer in the 68 past him. And
there is a yellow. What happened here?
Cautions breed cautions.
So we got Christian Clark. Let's see what happened. Oh, he locked up the brakes.
Oh,
He was
locked
going
it
in
up.
too hot. Yep.
He wanted to stay out of the car in front of him. And, you know, Christian Clark's a strong road course racer, and people think that translates over to tracks like this. It does not. And he just wanted to make sure he was doing the right thing and not taking out a fellow competitor, and it caused him to snap. We have the lucky dog happening, everybody faking pitting. No one's going down. They're going to continue.
All right. We're going to get restarted here. I have a feeling we're going to have a green flag run in front of us.
That's what I'm hoping on. Because I'm seeing a lot of people preventing themselves from becoming a dart without feathers, and it's creating a spin. So I'm thinking they're going to do like they did on the first couple laps. They're going to spread out very easily and then pick people off one by one if they have the opportunity to.
You know, it's been a solid race. There's been, you know, a couple things here, but yeah, I mean, it's a solid race, man. I only had a couple spins. That first stint
Yes, sir.
was fun, man.
And this is the interesting part. Tom Ringer is going to be starting on the outside. In the last two restarts we saw, Chuck Burley and Jerry Bergeron themselves equally. Yes, they're still in the top 5, but they start on that outside lane and dropped positions. So let's see if the same happens to Tom Ringer, unless he has something figured out where he can hold true there. Look at Brandon Hinton. He's swerving there, man. He's ready to get going. He wants to get in his groove.
Max Dinda and his dad both in chat, and basically his dad said he wanted to step out of the way and make sure he wasn't in everybody's way. But we look forward to having him in our league, man. We really do.
So we get the green flag, and Tom Ringer actually drops down low, and he's going to hold strong at P2. And as you were saying on Dad Dinda, as he's going for the lead, oh my gosh, let's look at this. That was a launch and a half, and he's going to take that lead from Brandon Hinton. Now, speaking of the Dad Dinda, you know, Jeff Dinda, this is a hard track. And, you know, he went out here and he put his best foot forward and he realized, hey, I can't do this. This is not where I'm at right now. I'm not ready for this. And he parked it. And that's a responsible thing to do. Now, on a mile and a half where he has more give and take on the car, I do expect to see him out there running because he's not slow. As much as he likes to pretend like he is, he's not slow. And he is going to hold strong with these people.
No, he's held his own. He's been in a lot of our races. He's held his own. And, yeah, this is just a hard track, man. This is the worst track in the world. You know, give it to anybody that doesn't have the complete confidence with a new wheel and new pedals, you know, that they're not used to. Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, you got a hard track coupled with seasoned people, because I think everybody out on this track right now are people who have been here for a season 2, or, you know, half a season before. These guys know how to run around each other. They know how to race, and you're the newcomer coming in. Yes, you've stepped in before, but you never got the full advantage of racing. So when he does get the chance to actually race, I'm not going to be surprised if that man's running top 10. I'm not going to be surprised in the legacy trucks where I'm doing pretty good in the points. He's passing me, you know, or in ARCA, he's sailing past me. I'm not going to be surprised by it. He's a great driver.
I just can't wait to root for him as he passes Max.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be some bragging rights at home.
or the first time Max spins Dad out. Oh,
that's going to be a nasty time at home. He's just going to kick open his door and say, you wrecked me. As we see Todd Perrant, he just got past the 57 of Chris Wagner. Oh, look at that. The 6 car is little lockups there. He's got a little smoke coming out of it. He's on the brakes a little too hard. You see it right there? That puff of smoke. That's locking him up.
They're getting separated out. Let's take a look at our track map.
Yeah, they're spreading out now, so let's get that. Yeah, that track map out there is going to be helpful because look at that. You got the first 3 have just left the field, and then 4th through, what is that, 14th or 13th? They're kind of right on top of each other.
You can see where our camera view is actually the dark purple or blue, purple.
And look at that. Look at it. Jerry is going backwards right now. He's even got Todd Perrant watching. He's moving up to the wall.
Jerry just got loose. Or, and then we have somebody else in the back.
3 car around.
Oh, that is a yellow.
Another
he
car
is
on
backwards.
the front. Oh, Christian Clark collected in that. Hit the wall himself. Goes through the corner.
This is Charles
He sees
Connor.
that wreck happening and then just,
Oh,
yeah, look at that. Christian Clark snaps into the wall.
and who was that in the wreck?
Looks like the three of Sean Dion. So he's already running high. And then he just, yeah, he's already running high in the first corner. He goes in the next corner. Look at that gap he's getting. That's a
Oh,
late
he's
break.
just way
He
too
kicks
high.
it up high. And that wheel caused that right rear to bounce, which caused it to
Oh.
loop like that.
Christian, he might have not been hurt too bad, hopefully.
Nah, these cars are pretty strong. He's going to be able to continue on.
Where's Christian Clark?
Oh, maybe we might have been wrong. It might not have been Christian Clark. It might have been,
Oh, that wasn't even Christian Clark that hit that wall.
no, that's Christian Clark we're looking at right now. Yeah, it might not have been him.
Yep. That's all right. Let's go
Wonder
back
who
live
hit the
here.
wall.
All right.
Brandon hits pit road.
Oh yeah, he did. So, but Tom Ringer, Mark Holloway, Tyler Waltz, Todd Perront, Chris Wagner, Zach Reichel, Thomas Long are all out there for the most part with 28, 23, 17 at the end.
Out of your top 6, 5 belong to Rat Vink Racing. That's
Wow.
pretty good. That's something you want to see.
You know. And again, our sponsor tonight, we have Todd Perront, and is, I'm guessing, a 4th of July themed run here for the weekend.
Yeah, American theme right there. Unfortunately, we don't have our resident Canadian here right now to run his Canadian scheme, but we're still going to love that American scheme right there. Todd Perront looking beautiful. Yeah, that's an absolute gorgeous machine. I believe that was made by Chuck Burley, too.
Yeah, Chuck Burley does some nice painting.
As we get the green flag again, they're back to green flag racing, and look at that. It's going to be Tyler Waltz and Tom Ringer who are going to sail it away from the field. Oh, look at that car up high. Looks like the 86. He's going to drop back some positions to gather that machine up, and he is going to get back in his groove and get going.
Oh, no.
Oh, car around. Mark Holloway.
That was Mark Holloway, huh? Number 56. Let's go ahead and see if we can see what happened here. Whoa.
Same thing. Too much throttle. Too early on. He's going. Too much throttle. Snaps around. Doesn't collect his teammate. He's hitting the wall, and then Thomas Long freaks out, gets throttled too much, and gets hit by some cars too. Yeah, he went to pick up the throttle after getting past the 54 going around, and it snapped him too. Tom Ringer on pit road now.
Chris Wagner out there in the lead.
I don't think that's a first, but it's a first today for him. So Chris Wagner definitely going to look to do something with the position he's now been granted.
Now, Chris Wagner, Todd Perront, who are in first and second place. Chris Wagner has 28 laps, and Todd Perront has 34 laps on his tires. Everybody else has about 7, except Christian, who's got 24. But the 2 leaders do have a few more laps on their tires. Do you think that's going to affect them having 20 plus laps, 30 plus laps on their tires?
If we keep having cautions over and over, no. But if we have a nice green flag run, yes, that's going to affect them. Because their tires will have gone through multiple heat cycles, and they're going to be forced to have to manage them with a little bit less grip. Let's see what we can have happen here on this restart.
We have Donald in our chat in YouTube. Rat Fink Racing, RFR, over and over.
As we go green, I'm going to turn it over to you, Damon, to go ahead and comment on this one.
Whoa, I'm sorry, I'm doing a little race control here. What do we got here? We got Chris Wagner, man. I wonder if Chris Wagner and, well, it looks like Todd Perront dropped a spot. All right, we have the field separating out. You can already see first, second, third, and fourth are pretty spread out. And the rest of the field, 6 is right on Gary Bergerson's butt. Uh-oh. Gary's got loose again. We'll lose a couple positions.
And we're back here, and it looks like we've got it singled out here. Chuck Burley's going to be leading the way, but he's got Brandon Hinton and Tom Ringer in tow. They're right with him. And then a little bit farther behind, you got Todd Theron. And then about a second off of him, you got Ryan Godfrey, the 6 car. He's starting to poke his nose in there. Tom Ringer gets a nice little lock up there.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they're doing everything they can, but, you know, guys that were up towards the front, you know, Mark Holloway, Chris Wagner, they're now a lap down. But look at this front 3 group of guys. They're catching a lap car. Now, if that lap car chooses to remain on the bottom, that's going to throw a real big wrench in them. But I doubt he's going to. It looks like it's Zachary Reichel, who's a highly respectable driver. He's going to move right out of their way.
You know, we've had quite the green flag run here, and right here we're looking at Todd Pront in 4th place, but he, you know, 51 laps on his tires, everybody else got about 24. He's going to get into trouble if this green flag run keeps going, Edwin.
Oh, yeah, he's going to have to pit a lot sooner than the rest of them. I mean, look at those rotors already starting to glow on him. You know, he's having to use a little bit more brake than everybody else. Yeah, he's glowing bad with him right now. I mean, Brandon Hinton's got a little glow to him, but look at him. They're getting hung up by this lap car now. They don't know exactly where to go. Brandon Hinton's going to say, hey, go by me.
They closed right up on each other.
Lap car finally moves out of the way. That's going to allow them all pass, but look how close they've gotten. Look how close Tom Ringer is to Chuck Burley.
Oh, and in the 3rd place, Brandon Hinton locked him up again.
We're going to have to pass for the lead as well right when that happened. So it looks like Tom Ringer is going to go back to the point, and he's going to be leading the way of this race again. Brandon Hinton's all over Chuck Burley now. He's saying, hey, man, I can't let Tom get away from me. You got to get out of my way. And now he's not going to touch him. He's not going to do anything like that, but he's going to make it known. Move out of my way.
That 5 is coming up there. He took
look at that.
position.
Chuck decides. Yep, Chuck goes, hey, you're faster. Go ahead and go by. And he lets him by. So look at the gap they put on him already. Look at the space they put already. And like you were saying, let's go back to Mr. Todd Perrant in P5. He is actually looking at getting closer and closer to Godfrey. He's about a half a second off of him, which is only about 4 or 5 car lengths at this point.
But he's got 58 laps on his tires when Ryan Godfrey has 31. And well, Christian Clark behind him has 49. So.
You know, good bounce back on Christian Clark to come back into this race as he's actually looking under Todd Perrant. He's going to be looking to get a position on him. Todd's going to cover off that inside line. He's going to say, you're going to have to work for this position, buddy. As we dive off into the corner and look at Christian Clark, he is there. He is there. And now he's going to make a run towards the inside. He lifts. I'm surprised he would have done that. I would have kept in that.
Oh, he's trying to go for it.
Two of the nicest guys on track battling for position. You know it's going to end well. Neither of them are going to wreck, but there is going to be a pass to be had, and there he goes. And he locks up. Drifts up. Now he stabilizes. He's going to set his sights on the 6 car now. He wants to get there. And look at the gap. You know, you brought up those tires, how Todd Perrant has the oldest tires on track.
62.
And look at that. Yeah, 62 laps. Oh, we got a car on pit road. Craig Knoll hits pit road. But look at that. That because of his tire's age. Look how Christian Clark is driving away from him.
Yep.
Luckily, Todd has about 2 seconds to the next car that's battling for position. He's got a little bit of leeway, but he does need to start thinking about pitting.
Behind Todd is Zach Reichel, lap down.
Yeah, that's the car right on top of him, but the car looking to pass him behind those 2 lap cars right there. There he is. Oh, 6 car
and there's
round.
the yellow. That saved Todd right there, huh?
Oh, yeah. He was going backwards, but that saved him because now he can go pit and get those tires.
Let's go see if we can see what happened here. We got the 6 car, Ryan Godfrey.
Get a little locked up right there in 1 and 2.
Oh,
he
did he hit the curb, huh?
Yeah, and this is unlike other tracks. That curb is like 3-4 inches taller than the rest of the racing surface. It is a little miniature wall, and he clipped that and it bounced him off.
And everybody is hitting.
Oh, not everybody. Brandon Hinton's still on track. Todd Perrant should really be on pit road. He is on pit road, so Todd Perrant's doing what he needs to do. He's going to take care of his equipment. But also, Tom Ringer's on pit road. That man, I'm pretty sure, has pitted every caution.
Now, why are they staying out?
Well, some of them are better on their older tires. Some of them are better on new tires. And so the guys who need the longevity of their tires, who have been cycled through, are going to stay out. That's where your Hittens and Clarks and Waltz are. But guys who need
58
tires,
laps, 35 laps, 41 laps for top 4 positions. I mean,
exactly. Those are guys who are better on the long run tires, while someone like Tom Ringer, he's got short to medium run pace.
I heard those guys are praying for a caution. Is that what you said?
Some guys praying for caution? Yeah. Those guys in the front are going to be praying for another caution within the next, let's say, 10 to 15 laps.
Well, at 58 laps, Christian Clark's got 59 laps on his tires. He ain't going to be going much further at all. He ain't going to be going another 15.
It'll be a miracle if he does. I'm surprised he's still out there. I don't know why he didn't pit with how old his tires are, especially with you starting on the outside. Yeah, I would have went to pit road.
Yeah, 59. But I mean, Brandon Hinton's got 42, and he's still out there.
But we've also noticed Brandon Hinton's really good on his older tires. Christian
Let's see
Clark,
what happens here.
he's now up front.
This will be interesting.
Green flag comes out. Christian Clark gets a great start, and he's going to hang out right next to him. And he is starting to move back through the field. He was passed by Tom Ringer, first car who did pit. But look at him. He's holding strong at P4. Tom Ringer is trying to get his way towards the front. Oh, Tyler Waltz overcooks the corner, allowing Tom Ringer pass, and now Christian Clark's going to move back up to P3.
Yep. There's Christian Clark.
Tom Ringer going for the lead. And he's going to get it through 1 and 2.
I think it really matters that he's got 6 laps on his tires, and Brandon Hinton's got 46, and Christian Clark's got 63, and yeah, I think Tom Ringer's going to make a jump here and get way ahead for a while. And let's see how much of a green flag run we can have.
Yeah, those tires are paying off for him as somebody straightening the wild. Tyler Waltz Something's wrong with that car. He is going backwards, and he's going backwards fast. There he is, losing position to Chuck Burley as well. He's now down to the P7 position. You know, I really want to know how much further can Hinton and Christian Clark go. Tom Ringer, we know he pitted, but those two have not. How much longer can they be out there on those tires? As Christian Clark is actually catching Brandon Hinton now.
That's nuts. I mean, seriously, 50 laps on his tires? I'm sorry, 68 laps on his tires. Brandon Hinton has 51 laps.
Yeah, I'm sorry to think Christian Clark has a long-run car because look at him. He's going for a pass for P2.
Passed him effortlessly, man.
Now, the question is he going to catch up to Tom Ringer? That's something Tom does not want to see. Because if that car is that fast on old tires, imagine how fast he will be on new tires. Looks like Ryan Godfrey's trying to hold off Todd Perrant for the P4 position, but he's also got Chuck Burley right there with him.
Yeah, but he might have trouble holding off Todd because, like I said, Todd's got 14 and Chuck and Ryan Godfrey's got 54. Do you think that matters?
Oh, yeah. It definitely matters. Did you see the 6 car just getting to the wall and then the 69 have to check up on a masterful move?
Jeez.
He's going to be really watching his rearview mirror.
That was nuts.
So Christian Clark is not catching Tom Ringer. But he's also not losing time to Brandon Hinton.
But he's got 73 laps on his tires. Ain't he praying? How long can he go before he has to pit?
It has to be soon. I really think it has to be soon. Look at him. He is holding his own out there, man. He is doing a phenomenal job. Now, he does have 2 lap cars in front of him. Sean Dion gives him the space.
Oh.
Next one he has to get around is Zachary Reichel. Now, I know Christian Clark is not leading this race, but he's doing something you shouldn't be able to do. The distance he's going on tires is insane. Oh, caution!
Uh-oh. What happened here?
There was a car spun in front of Tom Ringer.
Man, was Christian Clark involved? Because he got a 2X out of this. Oh.
No, Christian Clark was good.
Oh, I'm sorry. It resorted itself. Hold on. Let's take a look here. Charles Connor.
If you go right before the caution came out and look at the 68, we might know who it was.
It says a Charles Connor. I think it's this here.
No, this was way later. This was when the leader got right behind him to lap him. Oh, what is that?
Oh, that was so you said it was Christian. Who was it?
Right in front of Tom Ringer. Right in front of him, right before the caution came out. We might have to take a look at it another time because guess what just happened? All the leaders pitted.
Oh, everybody, including
Tom Ringer. He pitted as well.
All right.
Now, when I say everybody, oh, what's going on with the 99? He's
The
lost
99,
position.
The 99 just sped on pit road and has a penalty. All right, let's go take a look at a commercial real quick. We're going to be right back. If I can find a commercial for you guys. Hold on one second.
At the river mouth, the bears catch only the tastiest, most tender salmon. Which is exactly what we at John West want.
All right, here we are live. Getting ready to go green. Start finish here. Edwin, 115 to 175. What do you think?
I think, oh, we got a caution immediately.
Oh.
69 is around. Is that a caution? It's a caution. I didn't even get to say what I think. They spun immediately.
Whoa, what happened? I was clearing.
Oh, Christian Clark is even involved in that.
Let's take a look at that. The 99.
Looks like it started with the 69.
$54. Into the
Oh, yeah. 69 was committed to his line. 54 got a little throttle up right there to keep his momentum up. Just ran right into the back of him. Again, not something that's intentional. It just happened.
You up. Unless you want to settle this right
This
now.
handsome
out of
devil
court.
is probably the greatest snarky lawyer of all time. He has 4,398 wins, a yellow belt in Tai Chi, master of disguise, balloon animals, power pointing, piranha,
That's the
ventriloquist.
Sour Patch Kid land. Ooh, because that's about as ridiculous as your claim.
Rudy Gibson Esquire got to work shredding case after case, legaling fans in the face with video rebuttals to their uploaded evidence.
No.
But the cases kept coming, so the kids decided to settle out of court in the amount of a drawing of a cat drawing another cat. Despite all the lawsuiting, the Sour Patch Kids got even more popular, adding 425,000 new fans, and not the fake fans that we usually make up for case study videos, but like actual humans with emotions and kidneys. So there you have it. The Sour Patch Kids proved once again that you can buy the legal system with sweet advertising dollars.
I just had your cases worse.
And we're back as their double file, 11 cars on the lead lap. Tom Ringer leading the way. Chuck Burley second place, Brandon Hinton, Ryan Godfrey, and Tyler Waltz. As the green flag comes out and they get rocking and rolling, Tom Ringer takes off where he left off before. Brandon Hinton's going to jump into P2. Chuck Burley's going to try and hold on to P3. Oh, 6 car. Oh, Rat 99 around. Looks like the 99 in the 1 car of Jerry Bergeron. Oh, he tried to avoid something. He thought there was going to be an incident there, and it snapped him. The 1 car had no idea that was about to happen. He just got hit. Such a good day for Christian Clark to have that happen.
And Christian Clark's been running up front here, you know, in the top 5 for a while, and then he got that speeding in the pits. Man, that stinks. And then this happens.
Yeah, that speeding
smelling like roses
really hurt him.
to stepped in poop.
Yeah, speeding in pits really hurt him. He had something for these leaders too, and that just happened. Now what he has to hope on is all these guys pit for a late race caution. And then maybe he could mount a good charge. Because remember, he had the oldest tires on track and was in P2.
Yeah, so he's got to be fast with new tires, right?
Not even necessarily. He's just got to maintain. He's got to hold on. He's got to stay near them. Because he's currently the benchmark for running on old tires. It was originally Brandon Hinton, but now it's him. He went even further than Brandon Hinton and past Hinton with fresher tires as they go green. Whoa, what was that? Almost 3 wide. Ryan pushes the 1 car out of the way. 99 in the wall again. They're getting a little aggressive.
Uh-oh.
157 around.
Oh,
That
no.
1 car.
That was interesting to watch, Edwin.
Oh, yeah. And I think that turnaround from the 1 was some frustration. He was saying he's getting tired of it.
Here's a look at it again.
Oh, it's a simultaneous pirouette, man. They did the same thing at the same time. Too much throttle. Look at him. Identical.
We're gonna go ahead and do a commercial on that. We'll be right back.
Try to make friends.
Want a Dorito?
Hey everyone! The new containing out Doritos!
Doritos?
Doritos! friends.
And there's your beautiful baby.
Any day now.
Really? You're eating Doritos? He's eating Doritos on my ultrasound. Do you see what I have to do?
I know.
Give me that.
Okay, Jerry, once again, everyone's Doritos have mysteriously disappeared from the break room. Now, I realize this is a workplace, and I don't want to sound like I'm accusing you.
How dare you?
Okay.
That hurts, Steve. That hurts right here. And you know what? I don't have time to sit here and play detective. Some of us have work to do. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Outrageous.
And we're here about to go green, almost at nighttime here at Martinsville. Tom Ringer is going to lead it to the gun right now, and he gets a beautiful launch. Look who's right there, Brandon Hinton following him through. Tyler Waltz, a masterful jump down on his teammate. He's going to secure P3, and he's going to set his sights on Brandon Hinton now. Oh, 6-car. He's sliding, saves it. That was amazing driving. Oh, what was that? Turned down a little bit, and then he decided he was going to be good. Probably was still gathering it up in that moment. Caution out, caution. Why do we have a caution?
I don't know, Edwin. Let's try to take a look here.
Who spun around? Where's somebody out of the queue?
Is that it? Oh, it's a 63.
Oh, there it goes. 63.
63.
Craig Knoll, he's 5 laps down, and I think he just sent it in a little too hard. Mashed on the brakes hard to avoid contact with the 6-car. Got into him a little bit, and that just kind of burped the rear end and caused him to go around. Yeah, he was definitely trying to avoid that.
Well, do you blame him? He had a drunk driver in front of him. He's trying to save the world, man, taking that drunk driver out.
True, never drive drunk. And he was trying to protect us. Now, with that happening, guess who gets the lucky dog?
Who's that?
Christian Clark.
Oh.
And we are back to the beautiful racing. Our lucky dog is Christian Clark, but then he decided to stay in the pits, get some damage repaired, and he is going to go back a lap down. As we get green flag right now, Tom Ringer, good launch. Tyler Walt's going to try and follow suit. Oh, he gets into the 5-car a little bit there. And that allows the 5 car to fall in the clutches of the 69 of Todd Correct. I said Tom Ringer. I meant Todd Correct. My bad. Both their names start with T's.
Man, Tom Ringer's already got a huge head start.
Oh yeah, he's in motion. He has set his sights on winning this race. Look at that group right there, man. All of those guys right there on top of each other. And look at the 4 car, Chuck Burley. That thing is almost completely clean. Until right about then when he got into the side of the 6 car. You know, Tyler Waltz is coming off of some momentum. He won the ARCA race. Never mind, Donald Colcutt. I heard a car wrecking. We got a car wrecking and a caution. I heard it. I didn't see it.
Oh no. Let's try to take a look what happened here. We got a couple 4Xs.
Oh, 67 in the 6 car. 3 car also involved. Six cars heading in the wrong direction. 67 comes into the corner. He's got a great launch and clip that. He clipped that curb. Did you see it? He clipped that curb ever so slightly. Bam! Right there. Clipped it. That curb is dangerous. I think he clipped the curb. Let's take a look again.
Nope.
Nope. He went to avoid the curb and turned up into the 6.
He was a little hot. I mean, oh. Did the other guy lock his tire? Yeah, he did. Look at his front tire.
He did. Yeah, he locked up his front tires. Look at them. They just hulked.
Yep. That's probably part of it too. It's just a racing incident. Oh, and somebody got him afterwards. Who was
3
that?
car just came in there and just hit him right in the door.
That was the 3 car? Oh.
Yeah, it looks like the 3. Sean Dion, he comes in. He's expecting the corner to be normal. Oh, and look at him. He gets on the brakes and he tries to turn it down, but the brakes cause him to run into the side of that car.
Man, oh man. All right,
Laps
145,
are winding
175, man. We are coming to the end of this, Edward.
Yeah, they're winding down. They got to start really paying attention to what they're doing. No lucky dog that time by. I think Christian Clark got a little bit of that incident as well. So no lucky dog that time by.
We're getting ready to start here. You know, knock on wood, you know, for a dart without feathers, you know, race. I don't know if we have a winner here, man. Can you really pick anybody?
I can't. It's really looking like a bunch of racing incidents. You know, when the brakes get heated up, sometimes you go into the corner a little deeper. And, you know, it's nothing anybody's intentionally doing. Nobody's racing like an idiot. Oh, 67 around.
67 around.
23 around as well. Started with the 67.
The 4, actually.
It's going for the same real estate. Look at that. 67's kind of pitching in for the corner. 4 car thinks he has a run, and then bam, they just connected. And, we know Chuck Burley. We know he would never do that intentionally. He actually apologized already for that. It just happens. And then the 23 of Thomas Long also went rain, and he's on pit rain. And we are coming around to the green flag. Tom Ringer is going to be leading him down. Brandon Hinton on his outside. Kind of the two most dominant cars of the day, and they are already getting off. Look at Tyler Waltz. He's going to launch it in on the inside, prevent the 5 car from getting down. But the 5 car is going to carry good momentum on the outside. Never mind, he hits the wall. Tyler thought he was still there and gave him the space, and now the 5 car is back to P2. They are getting really close to each other.
Man, and now they're single filed out, huh?
Yes, sir. And it looks like the 99 is back on pit road. The damage might be too severe for him to continue running. He's just going to continue going laps down. But look at this group right here. The 54 is really trying to get the 5 car right now. And he does.
Makes the pass.
But now he's got to set his sights on his teammate and try and get up there and get around him. Brandon Hinton's in kind of an interesting position. He is in a rat fink sandwich. He's running P3, 2 rat finks in front of him, 2 rat finks behind him. He's in an interesting predicament as the 4 car is looking for something. 54 runs up high, allowing the 5 car to get back there. Now, one of the things they have to worry about is Brandon Hinton. I swear this man has earned... Yes, sir. He has earned this nickname, Mr. Consistency. He will run the same lap in, lap out, and never make a mistake. So, Mr. Consistency, back to P2. Tom Ringer has checked out. 2-second gap right now.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's definitely the man to beat right now because they have to be concerned. He is growing that lead every lap. He's about 2.5 seconds out right now. Chuck Burley gets
And-
past Brandon Hinton.
Yeah, we missed it. Chuck Burley got past him.
Mark Holloway's going to try his hand at it now next. Now, sometimes these guys get into these point racing moments, and that's kind of what it's looking like. These guys want to make sure they're not taking themselves out to where they lose points.
And Chuck Burley's taking off too.
Yeah, those guys are checking out to a whole nother level right now, and it's showing. Chuck Burley is someone who can win. Now, the interesting part, as they run, Tom Ringer, Chuck Burley, Brandon Hinton, you want to know the most interesting part about that?
What's that, Evan?
That is your next gen top 3 in points right now. In that exact order. Now, the last thing these guys want to see is a caution, because if a caution comes out, Chuck Burley has to start P2, which is going to cause him an issue. He could end up getting freight trained on that. So he wants to make sure he stabilizes where he is, because guess what he's doing? He is catching Tom Ringer. Remember, Tom Ringer was out to a 2.5 second lead. He's now down to 1.8 seconds. And as you see your point standings right there, as you see, as the top 3 run right now, that is your exact top 3 in the points.
That is, Edwin. Just like you said it, man. That's exactly what it is.
So now they get to put up a nice little fight because they know they're the top 3 in points. They know they've all secured some good points right now. Now all they have to do is secure a race win.
Matthew Tennant's not even here tonight. It's just going to hurt him in his top 10 position.
I believe he was here. He did start this race.
Oh, did he? Oh, he did. You're actually right. 16th. He's in 16th place, so he will gather a few points.
It might not be enough to stay in front of the 1 car, because he was only, or stay in front of Todd Perrant. Because Todd Perrant was only 5 points behind him. So that's going to shake those guys up a lot right there. With Todd Perrant running in 7th and him in 16th, there's going to be a pass in position. Look at that. Chuck Burley has dropped it down to half a second.
He is caught up with Tom Ringer.
And they're coming around to 6 to go. I wonder if they're on the same tires. Are they on the same tire strap?
So Tom Ringer's on 57 laps and Chuck Burley's on 27. So that is quite the difference.
So these are guys who are benefiting from tire advantages.
Everybody else in the top 5 is on 57, 53, somewhere in between there. But
the 86 around, we have a caution.
Uh-oh.
That means Martinsville Speedway will see a green-white checkered.
All right. Here it is, Edwin.
He's already up towards the wall. He knew something was up and tried to put the throttle down graciously. And you could tell he didn't try it too hard by the way it skipped off the wall and then went back to it. He was trying to be casual with it, and it just kicked him around.
Oh, Edwin, we have some exciting racing ahead of us.
Yes, sir, we do. It's about to get wild. And we're back as we're getting prepared for the first attempt at a green-white checkered. I'm kind of curious. Maybe we might see an aggressive side from some of these guys like Brandon Hinton. He's been, again, Mr. Consistency, but we don't normally see him get aggressive. But right now he could. He's the only one in the top 4 who has not won a race this season. As we get going, Tom Ringer launches
Tom Ringer,
out.
What a jump.
Look at that. Chuck Burley going the wrong direction. Tyler Waltz now up to the P3 position. Mark Holloway going to P4. He's going to take that position from him too. White flag is out.
Tom Ringer's got a lead. Some fighting back here.
It doesn't matter. Tom Ringer has set his sights on 3 and 4. As long as he doesn't mess up, he's going to come around to win Martinsville Darts Without Feathers Next Gen race.
Man, oh man, what a win for Tom Ringer.
He earned it. He earned it. He fought for that thing. 133 laps led out of 175 laps. Brandon Hinton's going to finish P2. Tyler Waltz is going to be P3. Mark Holloway is going to be P4. Todd Runt in your P5 position. Ryan Godfrey, Chuck Burley, Charles Connor, Jeremy Bergeron, and Sean Dialman in P10.
Tyler Waltz, man, 3rd place, man. What did you think of that race?
It was a real good race. Couldn't have done it without the help of my teammates over here at Rapping.
Well, man, I mean, that was an interesting race to watch. How was your voyage through that race? How did you start and how did you end, and how did you get there?
Honestly, at the beginning of the week, I wasn't real confident. But a lot of practice laps and talk with the guys over the week really helped me gain some confidence and have a good race.
Man.
Yeah, Tyler, you came out of kind of nowhere a couple times. You just showed up and you were ready to rumble. Seemed like you had a better entry than most people. How did you manage that?
Just, the practice taught me, you start at the wall. When you come down, hit that inside as quick as you can and then coast it around. And
well, congrats on the P3 position, Tyler. You definitely earned it today. Well done on you. Tyler Waltz in the 54 machine.
I appreciate you guys. Great broadcast.
And we're going to bring in your P2 finisher here, Brandon Hinton, who led 21 laps today. We're going to get him on in here.
I'm looking for him.
He's in the interview staging room waiting to get dragged in here to get talking to it. Brandon Hinton, Mr. Consistency himself. P2 finish, man.
Yeah, it was hard fought. I got banged around there at the end. It was take what you can get there at the end, which is typical Martinsville. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, Brandon, it looks like you had a kind of masterful line. You were just kind of consistently, as I said, running your pace over and over again. Did you think you had anything for Tom or anything like that?
No, I don't think. I think I was the second best car. Tom was probably the best car tonight, and he got the win, and congrats to him. But I think he was class of the field tonight, so happy to get P2.
Well, man, you were up there all night too, man. That's some amazing racing, and there's some great racing here. I don't think there was a dart without a feather.
Yeah, that is true. It was a lot of fun up there, and racing Tom and Chuck and Tyler and the guys that were up front. That was a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. Well, great finish, Brandon, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
And our race winner. Ooh. Sorry, brought that on first.
Our race winner Tom Ringer is going to come in
And
here.
our race winner. Let's try this again. I brought the wrong guy up. He's like, I won the race. He was so excited, man. And great win, man.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Man, Tom, you were classic field, honestly. I don't know how you were doing it. You were so fast every time. I mean, even when you pitted initially, you went back through the field, and then you got your way through the field, and I believe it was like 2.5 laps. How did you manage so much pace here today?
It's one of those tracks that I'm good at, so I can wrap the bottom, and I think what it was is getting off the corner. Guys just weren't wanting to push it as hard, so I could wrap the corner, and as soon as my car was straight, I could let it rip, and I would pull from him, and then the corner I'd turn, and I could let it rip. So I could pull away from him. Now, I was backing off. Once I got a big enough lead, I'd back off because tires, I ran all my sets, and everybody else still had a set. So I think, like Chuck did, Chuck took a set of tires, and I'm pretty sure if we had 20 left, he would have gave me a run. Now, I wouldn't have gave him at the bottom, don't get me wrong, teammate or not, but he very well could have got me. I was afraid Brandon was going to do it.
You know, actually, speaking of your teammate Chuck Burley, before that last caution came out and it was a green-white checker, you had a 2.5-second lead over Brandon Hayden. And then Chuck Burley got in the second. He chased you down to 0.5 second. Were you concerned at all?
No, I was letting up. I was trying to conserve because I took like 3 sets by then, so I was trying to conserve my tires. And if he would have got close enough to me, I would have took back off. I had more to go, and I just didn't use it.
Well, that's a smart move, preserving your equipment. But congrats on your win here at Martinsville. It's your second win on the season in the NextGen cars. Well done, man. We look forward to seeing you race throughout the rest of the weekend and hopefully notch another win.
Yeah, great win, Tom.
Yep, thank you, guys. Have a good one. I appreciate the broadcast and what you guys do.
Man, Edwin, that was a good race.
For a short track, it was a phenomenal race. It was top-tier short track racing. Yes, we had some cautions. Yes, it was due to spins and things like that. But other than that, I cannot say anybody on track could not win a race here. They were all absolutely amazing.
Man, I sure were. That was a good race all the way through. Edwin, thank you for joining me here. Everybody, thank you for watching. And join DES for our future races again tomorrow night. Where are we tomorrow, Edwin?
We are going to be at Legacy Trucks at North Wilkesboro. An interesting, another short track race that we're going to have going down. And then following up that, Premier is going to be at Dover. And then on Sunday, we got Xfinity at Watkins Glen.
Man, Edwin, thank you for helping me out here, man. You are amazing in the booth. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And where